Now, Wendell Carter, he was bad yesterday. He got in foul trouble. By the way, the foul call that ejected him was just an awful call. That's a clear charge. That's a bad job by that ref. But he was gone. He had 2 boards in the game in 22 minutes. Certainly didn't help them. But the fact that they got out-rebounded by 15 killed them. I get it. If you're playing the zone, you might get out-rebounded, but you shouldn't be out-rebounded by 15. And then give me your thoughts on the final play. After Mikhailuk hits the 3 to tie it, Kay decides not to call the TO. I just thought it was a bad shot. I thought they could have got a better shot than that, but he went with the senior.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that, it was a good look, and obviously it went around the rim a bunch of times. I just thought that, Kansas's half-court offense against the zone, especially down the stretch in an overtime, was sensational. Bill Self, everybody knows, is one of the best offensive coaches in college basketball. He reiterated that sentiment because of what he showed yesterday. I thought, it was a tremendous, tremendous performance by Bill Self, in a big stage, in a stage that's really, been difficult for Kansas to get past the last couple of years. Everybody knows the last 2 Elite Eights, Kansas lost to Villanova in 2016 and also lost to Oregon a year ago.
Mm-hmm. But your thoughts on how Duke played offensively? Grayson Allen was not good. Carter obviously was not good. Bagley only took 9 shots.
I thought the game plan by Kansas was sensational, and I thought that, Kansas did a great job forcing Trayvon Duval to be in situations that he wasn't comfortable in. And that was, again, illustrated by what we saw in that last play by putting Duval in a situation where he had to make a 3 to tie the game. That is not vintage Trayvon Duval. Another tremendous, tremendous tip of the cap to Bill Self.
All right.
Joined by Jon Rothstein, CBS Sports College Hoops analyst. So how do you see the matchup against Villanova, who's impressed throughout the tournament and really all season long?
You have 2 blue blood when it won this game, the 3rd Final Four in 10 years and 2nd in the last 3 seasons. I look right now, and I give Villanova a slight edge because of their length and athleticism. Kansas really struggled this year against teams like Oklahoma State when they had to deal with length and athleticism. Villanova is a little bit longer on the wing. I think it's a 50-50 game. I'm going to give an edge to Villanova. I'm liking Villanova and Michigan to be in the national title game.
Michigan, we were talking about this before, so everybody's talking about Loyola Chicago. Amazing story. They're 11 seed. But Michigan has actually had the easier road to the Final Four just based on the seeding. The highest seed that they've faced is the 6 in Houston, where they won at the buzzer.
Correct. No, it's amazing that, you look at Michigan and what they've been in terms of their situation. They were finished against Houston if Devin Davis makes 2 free throws, and that's really what makes the NCAA tournament so special, so unpredictable. And, Jordan Poole, who made that shot to beat Michigan, really wasn't a factor at all against Florida State in the regional final. It's amazing how that works out.
Yeah, and you know what? At the time, we were criticizing Houston's strategy, not putting somebody on the inbounds passer. But what I'd say is if you had Jordan Poole take that shot with no defenders 10 times, he probably hits half of them. I mean, that was a tough shot, and it was defended.
Agreed. No question. But that is what, makes March Madness so special. Unexpected players coming up with amazing moments.
John, does Bill Self need to win another national title to cement his legacy? He's got 1 championship. This is his 3rd trip to the Final Four. Does he need to cement it with another win in San Antonio?
No, I don't think at all, guys. I think, when you're talking about what Bill Self and Jay Wright have at stake right here, you're talking about a scenario where they can join an elite company. I mean, think about the coaches that have won 2 or more national championships. Billy Donovan, Mike Krzyzewski, Jim Calhoun, Rick Pitino. You join a different type of class, and that's what's on the line for these guys this week.
So Loyola Chicago is obviously the story. They've been shooting the lights out. They shoot 58% in the Kansas State win. Now they're going to face Michigan, a grizzled team that's got some experience, great coach. They can shoot the 3. They don't turn the ball over. Do you feel like Loyola Chicago's run ends here, or do you think they get by Michigan to play for it all?
I like Michigan in this game because of Mo Wagner. I think Mo Wagner will be too much here for Loyola.
Mm-hmm. And then Michigan against 2.
I'm going to take Michigan against Villanova, and I've got Villanova moving on.
Well, moving on, it would be done. They win it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, just quickly looking to the NBA draft. Give me your projections here in the top 3 or 4.
I'm not going to get into the NBA draft after the NCAA tournament, guys. I feel like that's, unfair to the kids that are still playing. I've always believed that. I would be shocked, though, if Ayton wasn't the first overall pick. It's ironic because in a year where Arizona could have the first overall pick, they didn't even win a game in the field.
All right, so you still feel like the 4 kids at Duke are going pro?
That's what I feel. I mean, for sure, Duval and Bagley and Carter.
Yeah.
And I think, when you look at, obviously, Gary Trent, I don't obviously know yet because I'm not in full NBA draft mode if Gary Trent is in position to be, a late lottery pick. But he's in a scenario right now where Duke is in position to obviously reload behind him. If anybody comes back, it would be Gary Trent, but I would expect him to.